any concerns whatsoever about the complete disregard of operational security from the top level of this administration.
The Trump administration is doing a great job, and I stand by their statements.
So you have
I stand by their
comment
statements.
whatsoever about
My comment to you is I'm
confidence.
thankful to President Trump. You want to know about complete disregard about operational security? You should talk about the Biden administration and how they ripped our borders open to terrorist, cartel, child sex trafficking, human trafficking, and drug trafficking across our borders for 4 years.
Ever wonder what happens when you corner a conspiracy theorist with basic journalistic questions? Well, buckle up, buttercup, because MTG just gave us the most unhinged politician versus reporter showdown since the last time she opened her mouth. In this absolutely wild exchange, Greene literally told a Sky News reporter to go back to your own country and that we don't give a crap about your opinion.
You believe that this was classified information that was shared on that group?
No, the administration has said it is not classified information. I think this is a continuance of someone like you to try to push an issue that isn't even relevant.
Representative, another story that relates to the media today. Have you seen the new information revealed by The Atlantic magazine about the signal texts?
We're talking about NPR and PBS, not The Atlantic.
Detail of timings and weapons, is that not classified information?
Yes. Yeah. Anybody else?
Should the Defence Secretary and the Vice...
Wait, what country are you from?
From the UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
And trust me, that's just the appetizer in this 5-course meal of complete political meltdown. Even Trump's like, whoa, girl, save some crazy for the rest of us. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Do you care about America?
No, do you care? Okay, you're
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
I don't
About
care-
service members fighting for your country?
I don't care
And
about your
your Vice
fake news.
President
Do you have
and your
no
Defence Secretary? Okay, do you care?
No. You should care about your own
Okay,
borders.
do you care about American lives being put at
No,
risk?
let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants? Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm an American, and I'd like to hear your answer to what she's asking.
I'm not answering her question
All right, I'll
because
ask
I
you.
don't care about her network. If you would like to ask, I can answer.
Have you ever wondered what happens when legislative authority is combined with a toddler's outburst? Nothing positive, as our beloved Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, has shown. MTG didn't just become irritated when a Sky News reporter asked her about operational security, she lost it. What's the first thing on her diplomatic agenda? Find out the reporter's hometown so she can advise them to return there. Because nothing says, I'm a serious politician.
We're talking about NPR and PBS today. We're talking about fake news that was funded with federal funding from American taxpayers. That's that he is leading us out of wars, that he's ending the war in Ukraine, where American lives could have been killed if Joe Biden was still president today, whether he liked it or not. We're what this is about today, not journalists from the UK.
A journalist is being vilified for exposing failings in the way that your government conducts itself. Is that not that journalist doing a good job?
More than a disgruntled 5-year-old's approach to foreign affairs when he refuses to share toys. The terrible crime of the reporter, posing a simple defence policy query. But none of those dull stuff was acceptable to MTG. You can yell at foreigners instead of discussing real problems. It's similar to watching someone who just watched reality TV while studying international diplomacy. MTG's rapid retreat from the question is what makes this entire awkward show truly chef's kiss perfect. Do you care about the women that are raped by migrants? From her greatest hits album was the first song she played when asked about operational security, a valid policy topic. The traditional deflection strategy, just shout about anything emotionally charged but totally unrelated when you don't have an answer. For the Facebook conspiracy theorists, it's Politics 101. This is how the Master's Program in Communication at Trump University actually operates. Step 1. Disregard the question itself. Step 2. Discuss unsettling foreigners.
This is deflect.
Lives fighting a war in Ukraine that's not even a member of NATO.
Is this an exercise in deflection?
This should be an exercise in you worrying about your own country.
Defence Secretary Hegseth need to resign over this, Representative?
Absolutely not. He's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job, but he was putting American service members' lives at risk.
Your country's going to put
Step 3. When you're confused, yell louder. Considering her specific policy accomplishments, which include, well, we're still waiting for those, the volume strategy must be doing wonders for her. MTG's communication style is beautiful, not only because she can avoid answering questions, but also because she believes that this makes her appear tough. Conflating being a complete jerk with owning the libs has an almost remarkable quality. Everyone watching is feeling that special mix of frightened curiosity and second-hand embarrassment as she struts around as if she had delivered a mic drop moment. The tactical flowchart in her mind is nearly visible. Concerning defence policy, is there a question? Immigration panic button activation. When she is intellectually cornered, which happens about every time she's asked a question more complicated than her name, this is her go-to tactic. Because nothing distracts your base like a nice dose of fear-mongering, she instantly jumps into her pre-programmed talking points on migrants rather than answering the operational security question. The worst part is that MTG actually seems to think this strategy makes her appear strong and patriotic. It's actually giving me a lot of "I want to speak to America's manager" excitement. For her base, her aggressive approach may work, but for everyone else, it's like seeing someone confuse loudness with substance. The fact that she handles journalists differently depending on their country adds even more intrigue to this whole circus. She abruptly decides an American journalist is deserving of her precious comments after asking the British reporter to essentially get lost. How kind! It is the equivalent of the playground bully who exclusively targets students from a different school in Congress. Her entire approach lacks substance and consists solely of divisive remarks and personal assaults. Just shouting about immigration and telling them to return home is more important than dealing with the nuances of policy. It's the sort of problem-solving style that would make you lose your job at a fast food restaurant, but somehow makes you eligible to assist in managing a superpower on a worldwide scale. When someone's entire political identity is based on being loud and angry, this is what occurs. MTG provides entertainment for those who confuse harshness with strength rather than solutions. Her supporters are cheering because she's making the people they dislike uncomfortable, not because she's making valid points. That's what we're seeing, people. Real-time, serious political discourse is dying. Experts point out that this combative approach directly undermines our democracy, in addition to creating awkward viral videos. We all lose when public officials use yelling instead of meaningful action. Seeing someone bring a megaphone to a chess game is similar to that. Social media is also becoming popular. Representatives who believe volume equals worth are becoming old news to the public. The unfortunate reality is that this kind of conduct not only makes America seem bad abroad, but it also makes it impossible to find solutions to pressing issues. The next time you witness this folly, keep in mind that being the loudest person in the room is simply noise pollution with a government income. It is not a sign of leadership, and it costs us all money.